All right. And we are live. The last word, Thursday afternoon edition, or
Yeah.
morning for some. Welcome to the campfire with Lord Cognito, TieGuyTravis, and the cheetah Ebontis, talking that Destiny. What is going on, sir? Start with the cheetah.
I've been playing a lot of Destiny. I hit season rank 100 this morning, so
Damn.
cross
I'm
that
so jealous of y'all.
off the list of things going on there.
Mm,
Got to play a few demos. The Altars
mhm.
demo, fantastic.
Ooh.
Please play that. I think it's actually still available right now. It's like it's very early. The demo took me maybe 2 hours, but the
Mhm.
concept of what you get to work with when you dig into the narrative and the backstory of this person and all the events that transpired in their lives, and the gameplay is just fluid, runs great. And then for whatever, I don't know how, I never envisioned this or it never ended up in a movie. They might have probably got a little idea from like Alien or Prometheus, but it's the big your transportation device on a planet is a big giant tire, but it's like a 10-story like tire, and then on the inside you have all the like buildings or like offices kind of suspended in there. And
And you
as
get
you
to build those, by the
yeah,
way.
and as you
Yeah.
expand, you get more of
Ooh.
those, and you get to like quantum computing, so you dive into people's memories. I was like, all right, I'm totally here for the sci-fi theoretical and
Mm.
like space exploration.
Exciting me.
Yeah, it's like it's so cool, but like the voice acting, it's one guy doing all the voices, and
Wow.
the alters are the alternate versions of
Versions of
yourself
himself.
depending on different memory choices. One guy did them all, and I don't know, I just had a great time with that demo. Flintlock, I beat that demo. That one's definitely got
Mm.
potential. Kind of has a, and I don't mean this in a bad way. Being as Elden Ring is a thing in discussion right now, it's kind of hard to say anything like AAA in the Souls. This has more of the want to say double A feel because I
Mhm.
like Inky as a character and the god, and the voice there actually fits him pretty well. You've got your main protagonist, and you've definitely still got like voice acting and discussions. Combat is pretty solid. I think I want them to polish the axe hit a little just for like kind of the weight and impact, but overall it's like a gunpowder like action game, and it's like when you do a double jump, it has this little explosion at your feet. That's kind of why they imply the gunpowder stuff.
Right.
Um, but that one's actually pretty cool. Played a little Creatures of Ava, played a buttload of Destiny, tried to squeeze in the demos and stuff that I could. Played some Once Human. I think that
Nice.
game has a lot of potential. And then First Ascendant. First Ascendant's on July 2nd,
Yeah.
which is like that
How is that?
kind of looter shooter. I've played that multiple times in like open betas and stuff.
Mhm.
I think it's got potential. I think it's going to be a little slow out of the gate for things just like when voices start talking, how they kind of manage the dialogue, and then I think both of those, like First Descendant and Once Human, I think are going to be a little rough out of the gate, but I think both of them have some potential.
Okay.
First Descendant's more about like the classes you unlock and the abilities, but it is looter for the gear that you get. Once Human, I feel like has a much bigger and grander survival open world that you can go through and levels and progression to it. But I
Mhm.
think some of the things like when people talk and then they talk over themselves when the next dialogue starts and kind of the way the voices work and it's like a little less polished, but the gameplay's there. So it's like they're both kind of dancing around something that I think will be feeling early access, but both with a lot of potential. That's like early July is busy with both of those. So I'm kind of looking at those. And I'm not gonna get to touch Elden Ring for a little while with family in town
Yeah.
and this
I
and
heard
all
things
that.
about that. Maddie told me a whole bunch of stuff about that.
Oh, I'm
Oh
sure it's
boy.
gonna be a blast just whenever I
Elden
get
Ring's
to it.
not out till tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
21st?
Yeah, officially. I guess he played it early, whatever. And
Yeah, I
he
saw
had
his.
comments. I guess they listened to the feedback for the hardcore Souls guys who felt, I guess you could run around and power
Wasn't
level and
hard
come
enough.
back. And
Yeah.
they were like, oh, yeah, you didn't think it was challenging enough for the
No,
Souls
that's
community?
what I heard. You walk in and just
Yes.
get punished.
Yeah, it's a different beast, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about that. No doubt, no doubt.
Travis,
Travis,
what
what
about
up
you?
with you, man?
Yeah, I've been playing a bunch of Destiny.
That's weird.
Sorry I
I
missed your messages
No,
to
you're
play
not.
with you.
No, you're
Yes.
not. You're not sorry.
He's like, no, you're
I
not.
No,
No,
you guys were supposed to
no.
play right after the show,
Supposed to
right?
play a
But I
bunch.
had
Yeah, no,
a
so
situation.
Cog ditched me for Dual Destiny, for
That's that is unfortunate.
somebody that he, quote, "likes better," and
That is
which
kind of true.
I thought that was pretty upsetting, and then he
Mhm.
didn't respond to any of my requests to play. Actually, no,
That is
that's not
true.
true. He sent me photos of him giving me the middle finger, which I thought was he could have just said no, but I felt like I guess that wasn't enough. Anyway,
Travis. I do owe this man. Like it's bad. Like, it's really bad. I'm embarrassed. I'm like, I have to play with this man. This is terrible. Sorry. Continue.
okay, you're not as bad as DJ Oros. Like I just,
Yes, he's worse. He's worse.
he's
He's been
worse.
stood up many a time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know how to tell you guys this.
Uh-oh.
This is his last episode.
What's going on?
He made it to 300 and he's calling it
Hold on.
quits.
This
I
is
mean,
a revelation is coming. I feel it. Something's
It
happening.
might be my last episode after I tell you.
Oh.
Well, please don't
but,
ruin my channel.
I'm not going to ruin your channel, but this has been really hard for me to talk about. But
Mhm.
I reset my Gambit rank
on
Tuesday.
You've been playing
and
Gambit.
it's not good. But
They did add
did
stuff to
play
it.
it.
I
That guy,
saw.
bro, they got hive things in there. Little
yes,
shriekers.
they threw light bearing hive in there.
Yeah.
I mean it's nice that they're at least trying some stuff. They re-added the map back, but I gotta say that mode is still pretty bad. and if you're wondering why I played it, it's because Teddy is a terrible influence on me. I would
What'd
like
he do?
to he offered me my first tip for free, you know. He got me in the game. He told me it was
First one's
double
free,
XP
then
or
dial
whatever.
this 900 number.
Double XP, get
Yeah.
some pinnacles.
He told me it was double XP, and I was like, all right, well, it'd be a good opportunity to get that submachine gun because that submachine gun did look pretty nice. So I did it, and I would like to apologize to my fans. You guys deserve better, I think. And I really
I knew this was going to be
appreciate
one giant joke when he was setting it up. I'm like,
No,
I appreciate your guys' support at this time as we deal with this deeply personal matter.
how is your, future wife taking this news?
She's not here. She's been gone since it happened.
I'm glad there's more to it. She's not here. She left you. She's
Actually,
she's no longer in the picture.
Actually, that is I'm not joking about that. She is not here right now, and
She's out of town.
it could be because she's at her her nephew's baptism. But it could also be that she found out about me playing Gambit.
About
and
the
that was
Gambit.
enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
it could be that.
When
We don't know.
When word gets out there, you're probably gonna have to do one of those Twitter images with the solid background and the text on it, the pre-made Twitter image. We look forward to your apology. I expect that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do one of those influencer not apologies. Like I'll come out and be like, I'm sorry if I offended anyone. You know? Like I'll make it like you guys. I'll do one of those. Yeah, I'll kind of, and then the last 5 minutes will be me like doubling down on whatever it was I did. I'll be like, anyway, I played a lot of Destiny. I did all of the stuff. I did Grandmaster Excision. I got like all the pinnacles.
How was that?
I have every exotic again.
Damn.
Yeah. No, I'm crushing the game.
He's busy.
I'm playing a lot. I'm playing a lot of Destiny. Like actually, I'm playing a lot of Destiny. So yeah.
Nice.
It's cool. Ergo Sum's catalyst is crazy.
What does it do?
It allows you to get ammo out of thin air. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which ergo y'all going with these days? So many.
I haven't even looked through it.
Yeah.
I've got a wave frame Wolfpack rounds void.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty spicy. Pretty spicy. Yeah. I'm actually doing a raid tonight too.
Nice.
Ooh,
and once you guys find out which raid I'm doing, you're going to even more wonder what is going on with me.
You are running. Hold on, Deepstone Crypt.
I'm running Deepstone Crypt
because it's the pinnacle. It's the pinnacle. That's why.
It's the pinnacle. That's why. Good call. Good call.
It's the pinnacle, and I want to get a craftable succession.
I do want one of those too. Actually.
Yeah, I only have one. I think I only have one red border for succession, so I want to get
so good.
It's very good. I want to be able to craft it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dog, what have you been up to?
Yeah, I mean, I'm catching up in Destiny. I've been so behind. It's funny when you miss 1 week of the game, bro. I felt like a fish out of water. I'm like, what am I
Depends on
supposed to
what
be
week you
doing?
miss. You just missed an important week. It's different.
Yeah, bro. What it is I didn't realize how let's say intricate the Pale Heart is, but it's far as so many things leading to other things that have to unlock things. And the thing that annoyed me, thanks to your video, I wouldn't have figured it out, is the amounts of memories of darkness you have to have before it transforms into this. And then I'm like, bro,
Yes.
why isn't it giving me the next quest? So it was just like I had these little things that I had to figure out and then do these repeatable things. Don't get me wrong, I love the Pale Heart. Love the pale. I like the variety in the Pale Heart. It's different. It's not like one single type of public event. It's like 9 different
Yeah, I
things. And then
appreciate that there's a mix of things you can do. There's usually one or two
yes.
active, depending on if like one. I had half of one bug out, so then I literally had to go to the other side of
Hmm.
a zone because I was in part 3. But yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the bosses. Obviously, we know we have 9 of them if you've been working through the
Hmm.
Kvostov quest. But yeah,
Bro.
there's a good amount of mix. It's not just this zone has this public event. Sleep.
Sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is, again, so many things leaded to things that I needed, but by prerequisite steps, I just hadn't done correctly. So, like for example, to get the dual mission, I was like, how come I'm not finding the secret witches in each overthrow? And I was like, what's going on? And they were like, oh no, you got to do all 3 first, and then you do, the what you calls come out. So I did that, and then that mission is absolutely amazing. I have to give y'all that. That right there. I feel sorry for the new generation who've never read clocks before. Like, because there's some people in life that don't read clocks, but as far as the mission itself, fantastic. Got a chance to do that, and then I felt bad because when Travis did ask me for the cooperative missions, I hadn't got to that point to even unlock it at that
Yeah,
point.
we did one
So
of them
now,
together.
Oh
So
wow.
I need to do
yeah,
the other 2.
I did all of them. I've got the fusion rifle. Like I said, I
Yeah.
did everything. I did
yeah.
like I got to the point where I had nothing on my
Mhm.
to-do list.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a
Well, I
so
mean,
I was
I
able,
know how
yeah.
much you play other stuff when you're reviewing. So if you don't have any review pending and he's just like
Oh,
Destiny
able to
focused
kill it.
and this
Oh no,
man sleeps like 3 hours a day anyway. So I
yeah,
mean,
it's
yeah,
over.
21 hours a
Yeah.
day, you can knock a lot of stuff out.
Yeah, so
Yep.
you got
Oh,
got that, and then I finally did the first 2 of the missions that you were talking about, Trav, which is I like the cooperative missions. Like it's
they're
that
fun.
little pass off. It adds a nice little dimension of tension. Okay, what's your timer? What's going on? Okay, let's get back together, like that kind of thing. They flip things on their head a bit. So I got one more left, which I believe is the final mission with the winners, and then that will unlock the
Sounds
hopefully
fun.
the trace rifle. But yeah, man,
We tried doing it with 2 people,
we did it with
and
2. We did it with
I
2.
think 2 is better than
3.
if you're like Alex and I, we tried to do 2 people and then 1 through Fire Team Finder who didn't have a mic, and we just
Oh
had
no.
That's
we
how
had to
you're. Yeah, Travis and you and I were like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
E and I did that too. E and I we managed to get through it because I think the guy was, like, getting it a
just
little
kind
bit
of
more.
figuring it out because occasionally he'd
Yeah,
take it off of us, but you have to take it at 9
Yeah.
of 10. It's
At
not like
9 of 10.
there's
Yeah.
a great
You
window to
can't play
help
with
like
that,
no
you can
comms.
do
Otherwise,
7 on
bro.
when we were on.
Me and
huh.
DJ 2, man, that bad boy
Um,
for the first 2. And it's fun. It adds a nice little bit of attention, man. So yeah, I was
but,
enjoying that. I'm sorry, get.
the time we did it, E, with, a random, we just had to kick him because we were, like,
Oh damn.
Oh,
standing he would, like, be the only one who could see the symbols, and we'd be, like, shooting at
Oh
him.
no.
Type the symbols, and we were in chat, like, typing, like, "Hey, you need to go to witness and pyramid ship," and then he was just, like, walking around looking, and we were, like,
No.
20 minutes in, we're like, "Alright, we just have to boot this
yeah. I
guy,
guess
dude."
you and I
He's
did.
there.
What was it? We did the second one. If it was Iconoclasm, which is this week, yeah, I
Mhm.
would want to be on comms because
Yeah,
yeah, you
it
kind
was
of need to see
Iconoclasm.
those. Yeah,
It's
that's the one
literally
this
what we
week.
were
Man,
doing.
Because
you
that
have to see
I thought
those.
about starting that one. I was like, oh, the fire team. Wait a minute, that's this mission. Oh, maybe later.
No. Mm-mm. Yeah, shout out to you, E. Your video definitely helped me with what was the last thing that I had to get? The fragments. The last because I needed the fragment of dominance that gives the grenades the weaken and the thing. My build right now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm real disgusted because I don't take off my build. It's the call, it's like Graviton Lance, and then I've got the 600 machine gun with bait and switch and reconstruction.
Nice. Can't go wrong
Bro,
with those two. Yeah.
I cannot get off this build. It's ridiculous. And the class item I got, oh, it's crazy. I got like necrotic with some other joint that doubles your grenade damage. It's the Verity. You know what a Verity's bow?
Yep.
So it's the Verity with the necrotic. That bro, I don't even need anything. I am like everyone is necrotic gripped and they're poisoning and and then I'm weakening people with the grenades and it's double damage. Stupid build. Yeah, I'm loving Prismatic. It's very hard. But I will say last thing, got the Speaker's Mask. Warlocks are damn near unkillable with that thing.
Yeah.
That thing in Solar, if you play an old school Solar build with Benevolence and that, I can't wait to do the excision thing y'all talking about and keep everybody alive and have grenades and have healing grenades. It's gonna be sick.
Good luck with that.
I heard it's crazy. Tell
It
me
is
about
crazy. I mean, so I did it twice. I did it once with an LFG group, and the LFG group was chaotic because you only had like, I would say, Fire Team Finder. We had maybe like 70% on comms, and the people that weren't on comms were just messing up. And then we had one person whose like internet got busted partway through, and so they stood in place, and then people rezzed that guy 3 times and wasted like 4 res tokens because he just kept standing there getting killed. And so there were all these like combi of errors, and then you get to damage phase, and you're like, all right, everybody, go front right, go back left, go front left, go back right. You know, you're like teaching them the dodges, and you're still having like 6 to 8 deaths per DPS phase. And so it was frustrating, but completely doable. They put so many champions everywhere that you can just farm. Yeah, you can farm like 50 res tokens if you're just like killing them, because you get res tokens constantly for every champion. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like in a Grandmaster.
Got you.
Yeah.
Or what?
So
not is it Grandmaster Strikes to do that?
Yeah, GM Nightfalls. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was thinking of Lost Sectors.
So both of y'all completed the excision thing yet?
I haven't done the GM excision yet. No.
GM, okay.
Yeah. So, and then the second time I did it was with a group of 12 who all knew each other. My clan, Teddy was there, and our folks, and that was just like laughably easy. It was so like, you know, I think I died one time on that second run through. I almost got like I was trying to get like a flawless playthrough. But yeah, it's a very cool activity, and it definitely feels like the way that mission was meant to be played, because it feels like a final battle. Like everything is so chaotic, and there's like you're fighting just waves and waves and waves of enemies. The only thing that kind of is a little lame is they take away the NPCs except for Saint 14. So like you don't get like the story beats of like Shadowkin showing up and stuff. And so I was sort of like,
no cinema in the beginning.
No,
if you do the narrative version, it's still there.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So they kind of strip it to make it more of like just an activity. And I think it would have been cool to have a version of this that felt as epic as the OG version. Because the problem with the OG version is like you just steamroll it, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't,
yep.
You just kind of raffle stomp the entire group. So, but it was cool. I definitely, whoever said on the team that it was really difficult. No, it's really not. You can do it with an LFG team, and it's pretty easy. However, the part where they said that the reward is well worth it, hard agree. Ergo Sum can be a really good weapon depending on the role you get. It does an interesting thing, which is gives you a sword in your special slot.
Yeah,
and also it the fact that you can just make ammo.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
it's pretty nuts. It's pretty pretty wild. So
nice.
Very cool. And yeah, Destiny's sick. I unfortunately got 2 reviews assigned to me this week, so I'm probably gonna have to start pulling back a little. But I still plan on hopefully doing the raid this weekend, and yeah, it'll be cool. So
nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. And started the failsafe stuff, the seasonal stuff finally. Yep. Yeah, Echoes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot about that seasonal stuff.
Well,
I also I grinded a Indebted Kindness.
Nice. What you get?
Volt Shot and
the Beacon or Impulsion?
No, I don't really like Beacon. Impulse Amplifier.
Oh, that's nice. We got the same role, I believe. I believe we got.
Yeah,
the same
I like
role.
Impulse Amplifier for Volt Shot because it gets your reload faster.
Get the reload going. It's
Volt Shot. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually grinded that with shout out to Warren or Buff.
Yeah, shout out to Buff.
Buff 32, 23.
Yep, he's in there. And
yeah,
what's your role? What's your grind? What are you guys running for your call? I'm assuming both of you have it crafted. So what's the
Yes.
call roll? What you doing?
My crafted
Mine still,
call
I cannot get
is
enough red borders. I still haven't crafted one.
you fool. So
I'm
I actually
shocked.
I crafted the call and I crafted the grenade launcher.
Which one? Which one?
The Wither Horde
Oh, the lost
legendary
signal thing. Yeah, yeah,
lost
yeah.
signal.
Legendary wizard.
Yeah.
What did you go for
So
both? I'm
oh
curious.
my god, yeah. Let me read them to you.
I
But
want to
yeah,
know.
I fully leveled both of those weapons up and got like the
Mm.
ultimate crafted
Oh, you
version.
enhanced them
So
bad boys too. You iced them
yeah,
things out,
they're pretty
put
good.
rims on them.
So
Ooh.
the call I've got subsistence enhanced and one for
Okay.
all enhanced,
One for
which
all.
yeah, I stand by that decision. And then lost signal I got enhanced auto loading holster and enhanced vorpal.
Nice.
Yeah.
Quick question on one for all. I'm not a one for all guy, even though I should be.
Never been
When
as
I
much either.
shoot when I shoot each individual, it'll go one for all. Then I shoot another one to say one for all times two. Is it supposed to say one for all times three?
No, it goes one for all times, one for all times two, and then if it has the timer counting down, that's when you
Yeah.
have your buff. It's not going to say times three because times three, once you've hit the third one, your timer starts.
Right. So when I had, but I've never seen times three.
You
I've only
won't.
seen.
Not
Oh,
supposed
it
to.
won't.
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
I'm bugging.
It goes one for
Zero.
all times two, and then the timer means you are at the buff. So that means you have hit three. The timer has been initiated. You will not see a times three.
Gotcha. So now when you're at the times two, right, whatever, so to speak, and you shoot someone, then it just says one for all again.
It should have a timer next to it counting down because then that's the
Right.
buff. That's how long it lasts.
But the times two doesn't stay, is what I'm trying to say. For like as soon as I shoot someone else in the times two, it goes back to one for all.
And
And
you're
the
not
time.
shooting them fast enough because it's got to be in quick succession.
Okay. I'm
Because
annoyed with the
if you look up the enhanced version, it
Yeah.
allows you like a second between. It's got to be pretty quick on the hits.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
why it's something that I haven't really taken as much advantage of.
I think one for all in the call makes a lot of sense though, because everything like if you're shooting ads, it's a one hit kill. And
Yeah, it's a one-hit kill.
Sometimes you're killing two or three enemies with one shot, and so
It's just the UI of the perk bothers
the UI is
me.
bad.
Yeah,
The
I
UI is
don't
bad.
like it. It confuses me.
It's very
Yeah.
unclear.
Just go to
and
go to random destination, go find a few enemies and try and just go
Hero
that.
Chi.
No, I did. That's what I did.
Yeah, and
I
just,
literally
like,
sat
look-
there and okay. The mistake I made is I thought it was a three was what
No,
happened.
you'll
What
never
you just
see a
explained
three.
it. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, never see a three.
Yeah.
Well, before we go into any more Destiny stuff, just kind of covering up what's going on this week with episodes and stuff.
Mhm.
Just wanted to kind of celebrate 300 with you guys.
Yeah.
This is episode 300.
Oh.
The thumbnail had a little fun with that one just because it was
Last episode.
no, it's not our last episode because the final shape.
Guys, it's been a great show. And
We're losing
appreciate
Travis
that
this
one.
episode. This is our farewell send off. He's getting married. He doesn't have time for us anymore.
Embrace the darkness and you will see. I love that line.
But
That's
yeah,
a good dissenter voice.
I love that. Sinister says it in our party chats randomly, and we bust out laughing. he does the inflection and all. Embrace the darkness, and you will see. He was so aggressive, that statue. I was like, "What is his problem?"
I just like to wait until somebody says wife and then wipe. Somebody
Yes.
says wipe, like, oh, it's time to wipe, and then I go, destroy us. Like that all the time.
I love those statues, man. They are great.
We missed the mechanics. Destroy us.
Destroy us.
you can see some fun
my
trolling
God.
people with some of those lines if you go back through.
Side,
them.
So good.
side 2 could not clear their ads. Destroy us.
Destroy
Oh my
us.
God. I love it. I love those darkness statues. They're the best.
No,
Reflecting
just
on 300.
yeah, just honestly thinking about 300. You know, I just had to dig back and go pull a random picture of the Curse of Osiris Mercury temple to put on the thumbnail.
Oh my
Because you do
God,
like
wow.
a triangle of the Mercury temple, and then you got the portal in the final shape. So you got two different triangles covering
Make that
many
again?
moons.
Mhm.
Make that hand motion.
The
again.
triangle.
Mhm.
The final shape, you got a circle, and then you got a triangle.
Nice.
No, just like, I mean, I've watched many different podcasts over the course of many years, randomly through a line at Guardian Con in Tampa, Florida.
Oh my
We've told that
gosh.
story, meeting Cog, and then, connecting with Travis through IGN on the podcast, and then having you come over and join us. And I know you guys have gone over 300 now because the show's actually kind of come back a little bit to life, but we almost caught up. We almost caught you, but
Yeah.
it's been a lot of good times, memories, chats, and everything. And just spending this much time with you guys is more than I get to see most people. There's many friends that I've had over the course of my life, which, I mean, they're friends. Like, I would say hey to them, but it's like that I don't even connect with anymore. He's over here. Cog just bails on
Dude, I love that he bailed
out.
during your heartfelt thing.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
like,
He's like, see ya.
gotta go.
Yeah, if you're watching the video version, I'm just over here like, oh, thank you guys. And
He's like,
Cog's out here just like,
Cog just
see ya, I'm out.
Remember this shirt?
Of course.
That was the shirt I wore in the Tampa Bay Sun. Rise of Iron came out.
Yep.
This is we was basted in that Tampa.
We were doing something, marinating in our own
Travis
sweat.
had to nerve to wear a suit in that thing one year.
Yeah.
I God bless him on that one. Whew.
Walking across the Florida heat in a suit.
The heat was not my problem with Florida. Let me tell you, that was the least of my worries with that date, dude.
Anywho, just been a lot of good times. We've had so many guests. We've been lucky enough to talk to a couple at Bungie, between Tom Farnsworth and Sky Lewin. We've had so many content creators that we've had on here. I had a chance to talk to. We had Morla on, which was a really big kind of W, just because it was great timing after Season of the Witch when she really leaned into everything. And just so many cool people that we've had a chance to get to know. And all the crazy research we do for our intros, you dig a little bit deeper, and every time that guest is on and Travis finds a weird question to throw him off, it's always a good time. Just and you guys may have seen that we haven't had as many guests in a while. It's like there's a lot of work goes into that in a little while, depending on how busy you are and scheduling and things like that. It's been a little easier just to manage the show with the three of us. So I hope that's been okay for those of you that are here. Also, when Destiny is a little less popular during some times there, we were keeping it going, but it's a little harder to bring guests in when there's less to talk about, and somehow we still had shows because one way or another things would happen. But yeah, just kind of wanted to, I know didn't do any like big giant bring in all the creators, because this is going to be a smaller short show, because I have family getting in here in like 90 minutes or in like an hour and a half. They're going to show up at my house, so I don't have time to do a big thing for 300. I did have a guest planned for today that kind of fell through scheduling wise, which will eventually get here. So that was the original plan. But it's just kind of one of those. I wanted to take a second and thank everybody, chat listeners, whether you're video or audio, you've been with us for one episode or most of them, Flashpoint and everything else. It's been hell of a journey, and I just want to thank everybody who's either given their time to the show with you guys as hosts, or everybody who's ever listened. I just wanted to say thanks.
No, thank you, man. This has been what a run, right? It's still going, and just remember, obviously starting it, and definitely all the people who contributed. Obviously Travis took us to the next level, and just as far as just the analyzation of the game, and just giving like really superb feedback. And actually, I like when Travis's challenges, like even when we have some of the creators on, what I'm saying, it's fun to kind of see people pick each other's brain and stuff like that. Really great guests. I think that one thing that I really like is that every time that someone's come on, they've really enjoyed their time. You know what I mean? And we started with the Scarrows. Remember, we had to get the name permission because the last word technically existed. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, and obviously
there's still 3 other ones probably. So it's
so many, Mano, and some of my fun ones were like Ascendant Nomad, Demon Joe, Wi-Fi, Mactics. I mean, like Lego LaFlash was Stadia Time was hilarious.
Stadia was fantastic. Yep.
Absolutely hilarious. Just fun stuff, man. Just really cool. And then, like I said, Bungie, I think, one of my favorites obviously is more like, but Tom Farnsworth was really cool, learning that he's responsible for the damn cabal drop pods on our heads. And, I was really happy for him during the return and the renaissance of this whole thing with the Into the Light, because we know him and his team pay a big responsibility for that. And that was a critical time for them, kind of thing. And then shout out to Trav, man. One thing that's super dope about Last Word is that for IGN, he gets to review it. So we've been through the ups and downs. Like we've seen, the Lightfall review, right? Which was justified. The game was at its lowest point. And I think, I'm going to give you credit, Trav. I think because of IGN's impact and the effect that it has, it forces Bungie to say, hey, we are not critically acclaimed. This was not received well by one of the highest, the biggest publications, and puts the pressure on them a bit for Witch Queen that the bar has to be higher. And I think that those type of things, when you're honest about the game, really factors in. So yeah, salute to them. And again, the Renaissance moment, the last thing I thought, being how I know how critical you are. So for you to receive Final Shape well, I was like, okay, they did it. They really did it. Because I was like, this man will tell you when you ain't it or you ain't up to snuff or you're coasting or whatever. And that was a really cool moment. And yeah, this shout out to everybody. Send this to everybody in the chat that comes through. It's always fun doing the show. And I like when we actually have fun sometimes and get off topic and do our little foolishness. But yeah, man, it's been fun. Still love doing the show. Oh, shout out to Frodo in here. Drew Martin. I haven't seen that name in a minute.
Hey,
salute to Frodo. He's been there from the very beginning during the Flashpoint days and stuff like that. But yeah, I love doing it, and this has been fun, man. 300 and hopefully some more. And shout out to Teddy too. Teddy always comes to hold us down.
Oh yeah,
that's tease Teddy. What about you, Trav? 300. What do it mean?
300. What does it mean? Well, I wasn't here for almost all of it. I am about to also do the 300th episode of Bitcast, which is another show that I've not been on most of the episodes for. So I have this habit of crashing shows when they get really close to 300 episodes and then claiming credit. So I will do that now. You're welcome, world. This is the show. I did this myself. I remember back in the Flashpoint days, boy, we were so small, but we made it to the mountaintop. I don't know. No, man, I'm glad I get to hang out with you guys. I mean, Destiny for me has not always been a huge part of my life. It is a huge part of my life, just in general. But for pockets of the show, Destiny wasn't in a good state, and I refused to play it during that time. And so the thing that kept me coming to the show was just hanging out with you guys. To be honest, I mean, you guys are coming to my wedding. You guys know I love you. You're my brothers. So that's really what this is about. I need an excuse to hang out with Cog and Ebontis, and they won't do it unless I talk about Destiny, which is really a Faustian bargain if you think about it. It's like
I honestly want to think. No,
my monkey paw. That's one of my monkey paw wishes. I want to hang out with Cog and E. All right, but you're gonna have to talk about Destiny the whole time. Yeah.
But in fairness to that, I appreciate the balance that you've brought, because we have expanded so much more into discussing other things depending on what's going on in the week, what we've been reviewing. I mean, I've been doing more variety in the past couple of years, and it's been good to be able to, bounce all of that stuff back and forth if we've actually reviewed some of the same things.
That's not my account there, so we might want to get that person.
Hold on.
They're a little too happy to celebrate with impersonation.
Cog, we know that's you. We know that's you. We know your actual political agenda here.
Delete and send them to the Shadow Realm or fraudulent accounts.
Anyway, sorry for the interruption there in chat. Yeah, it's just, I mean, covering so much last year and going through the roller coaster that was some of the reviews that I've done, and bouncing back and forth off of like ideas of Starfield. I'm like, what's going on? My game broke. Okay, this is cool. Where are we at? How many hours? So many things. And that game's got a long future. Shout out to Maddie, by the way. Just, you and
so proud of
Maddie and Duke. So but Maddie getting the Todd interview, that was truly had to be. I don't know how long his bucket list is, but it had to be on there somewhere. So I'm sure that was
his flowers.
A massive one for that. But it's just been a lot happened. A lot has happened in the past 10 years in this franchise. A lot has happened in the past 6, however many years this podcast has been going, 6-ish, because I'm sure there's a few weeks off in there. But I mean, we're coming up to this point, final shape. We actually had a damn good expansion to round out, 299 and 300, and we were raving about it last time. And we'll get to the episode stuff here in a minute, which, we're going to see how those hold us over and how those work. But I would have never guessed meeting you in Tampa and somehow connecting with you over Fireteam chat or however else. I cannot honestly remember how we connected originally either. It's like I don't honestly know if
I got on Fireteam chat.
You might
Hog was on Fireteam chat.
Then I said I like Travis. Let's bring him on as a guest.
That was it. Okay, so we brought you.
And then it was magic from that point on.
Shout out to 3 Geeks with the 10 gifted memberships.
Yes.
Appreciate the support there.
Baller.
And then
he gave me one too.
Yep, you got one. Now you
got
now you gotta watch a YouTube video every now and then. You got a membership. Ooh, come on.
Look now.
But there's been so much that has happened over the course of all of this. We went through COVID between this whole thing, which has been a crazy piece of all of our memories that we're gonna have, because we're at an age to where we're lucky enough that we were a little past kind of schooling and stuff like that. But there's so many people that went through that at a very crucial development time in their lives. So for now, it's like we're very lucky to be here. We're insanely lucky that this 10-year plan of Destiny actually managed to cross the 10-year line, and then is still keeping going. So it's been a lot of fun. Been a fun journey. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. And Cog, the energy you bring every week, any podcast you're on, I don't think anybody can say that you're not gonna tell people your honest opinion about something, whether you agree or disagree with somebody. That's your thoughts and opinion, usually pretty logical about some of that, sometimes. But always with passion and energy. And then Travis, I don't know if I've ever seen somebody be generally a fair critic of most things, usually logic backing up your arguments, and then coming up with some of the hilarious one-liners and puns that you will incorporate into titles and other things to bring your comedy chops and humor into just about everything you do. When you think this man is going to be logical, and then he throws a pun in the middle of a review or tries to throw crevice crawler into
crevice crawl, I was just thinking the same thing. I was like,
he tries to create terms for what games are going to be defined as. It's never a dull moment with you on the show, and you keep me on my toes, and you've also, both of you have helped me grow as a creator and as a friend and a person too. So thank you both.
Group hug.
Good to see both of us, all three of us, our journeys, you know what I'm saying, aligning and doing big things. And, Travis with the reviews and just seeing your channel growth, it's just been amazing to see. I was watching, I was like, man, I can't believe he's at this many subs now. Like, this is crazy. And then reviewing games and doing all this stuff, man, it's so cool. It's like we're all kind of growing as a collective as the show, goes on and respected by our peers for the most part. And it's fun. It's fun.
You
it's
too,
fun
Cog.
Seriously,
you've grown a lot just in the years I've known you. You joined that far right collective over at
You're ridiculous.
It's CLS, but other than that, you've been doing really good.
And there's Travis for you guys. I love it.
And there's Travis.
That's good, man. Yep, I'm happy for you. You earned your armband. That's always nice. That's good. To hear that.
Yo, you're ridiculous.
It's like, I know you guys don't go back and listen, but last episode there were just a couple of curse words, so if people listen to it afterwards, I actually put a couple censor beeps in there. So
they got me.
Oh, nice.
Got me. Yeah. I wanted to give, but I was passionate.
No, they're rare, but I tried to censor as little as possible, so the message was still received. About to have to Travis might have to censor what Travis just said right there, because good times.
Yeah, we need a live censor, 7-second delay, so somebody can live beat me. They used to do back in the television days.
Yep,
those were the days.
All right, well, 300 celebration out of the way. Thank you both.
I do have a world first reveal for this 300 celebration.
World premiere,
which is that I know that it's technically a competing show. I don't know if you think of it that way, Ebontis, but Fireteam Chat has been doing new episodes, and we have a really exciting episode going live tomorrow. We got to interview Ben Womack, who is the lead combat area designer for the Final Shape. So he worked on primarily the Dread and Prismatic, and we had an hour-long conversation with him about creating new enemy factions for Destiny and how long that process takes. We got an answer on that.
Interest there.
We got
it takes 7 years. It takes 7 years to make new enemy factions.
We got to talk about Prismatic and its future and the future of subclasses and the future of what our Guardians might feel like.
I doubt they could say that much, man, because I would love to know the answer to that question.
Well, he did say it. He did give us an answer.
I will be. I mean,
I
always watch.
I don't think I should spoil it here, but yeah, he did give us an answer.
There is an answer, so that's good.
There is an answer to like what that's going to be like, and it's kind of not what I thought it was going to be. So, yeah, I want to promote that.
I was like, that is totally fine. Believe me, in the world of rising tide raises all boats kind of thing. Like, happy to talk about another Destiny show because this one wouldn't have you on it if it wasn't for that show in the first place. So I have no issues.
That show getting canceled specifically.
That show getting canceled also, yes. Did give you a little space to have room for a Destiny show as opposed to now doing two. I do feel bad because I'll listen, we'll talk here, and then Fireteam Chat, let me go ahead and play, and it's you and Paul and Destin. I was like, I kind of know what the other two of them think. Let me see what Destin has to say, because I talked to you already, and Paul's already doing his videos and articles and stuff. I'm like, all right, where's Destin at? Because that's the new information of the week. So it's fun. No, I have no problem promoting that one because don't need your promotion here. Got it like a few listeners. I'm pretty sure Fireteam Chat is way bigger than we would ever hope to be. So no worries there.
It's actually a good reminder. I need to remember to say on Fireteam Chat that I'm on this show.
Yeah, if you're on that show and you acknowledge, it would be nice after 300 episodes if you acknowledge that this one exists.
In my defense, Destin never asks for like, hey, what are you guys working on? Where can we find you? He only does that for guests. He never asks. If he does, I would be like, yo, The Last Word. You guys should listen to that show if you want more Destiny talk. But yeah, that is I should do that. I should like tell Destin, like, give me 5 seconds to plug the other show I'm on. So yeah, I never do that.
Oh, good.
I'm such a bad host. Let's be honest, I'm not a host. I'm just an easy guest, a consistent guest.
He just is a warm butt in the seat, right, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, he's just holding it down.
A member at large, to use a business.
You are at large
parlance.
more often than not, but yes.
Does that mean? I think you're using that to mean that I'm a criminal, but it actually just means that I'm not in prison, is what at large means. I'm a free man.
Yes, because some of the things you say would qualify that status, but
I'm a free man.
Yeah, you have free speech. It just sometimes isn't allowed on the YouTubes. That's all, or it's frowned upon. Another 5 gifted memberships. Thank you guys very much for the love today. You guys are being awesome. Cog just stepped away, and Travis, we were just here, so what should we say about Cog while he's gone, so he won't know what random embarrassing nugget that we can put out in the world about him?
Well, I saw him walk away with his headset, so I'm assuming he can still hear me.
Well, then we can just make him laugh off screen. That's even better.
That's even better.
Oh, nope, he's here. He's back. Dang it.
I heard you. Sorry. Cleaning persons.
Cog doesn't leave. He just goes incognito.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
So how much of so I know we're kind of catching up on a lot of what we have done with regards to the episode, because they feel about the same so far. How has it been settling in for you guys? We're on week 2. We've got the breach. I want to say breach override, but I don't think that's the name of the what is that thing called?
Breach? I forgot what it's called. Breach the Vexy thing with the waterfalls and the things, right?
Thank you for clarifying. Yes, that.
The Vexy things. All the Vexy things.
Yes,
I'm here
lots of somebody in chat, tell me what that thing is called.
I believe it's called Milkfest.
It's not called Milkfest.
I think it's Milkfest.
What is it called?
I'm like 90% sure
Vexy
it's
Breach.
Milkfest.
So,
Radiolaria just everywhere, all over the
what
place.
is it called? We don't even know what it's called.
And Breach Protocol. Well, it's Enigma Protocol. That's the mission, the timed one that I've been working on. I soloed that thing, by the way.
Nice.
I soloed that today. Breach Executable. See, I knew there was another word there. Breach Executable, Enigma Protocol. So Breach Executable. So I actually ran it on Expert a couple times, but that is actually match made, and I am very, very happy they did that. I'm very surprised, but it is actually match made. And there is a timer in there, but it's not anything that I've had an issue with. Like there's a little yellow box that pops out occasionally. You dunk that, you get another 30 seconds. Never once run into a timer, even if we're just dying over like the boss that sends the big walls at you.
Yeah,
that on Expert, that wall is a one hitter. That'll just take you straight out. But it actually felt like kind of fun and challenging because on normal it is kind of brain dead. It's not a challenge. You're just gathering the energy, and you have more heavy ammo boxes than you know what to do with, and all of those things. But on Expert, it actually felt good. The other thing, now granted, apparently this is mixed because I was talking to somebody in my Discord and they said they didn't have luck. The couple times I did it on Expert, in between the phases when you're supposed to gather all the samples, the people I were with were doing nothing but that. They stopped everything. Nobody proceeded ahead. They gathered every sample you could possibly find. If you are playing and you are playing with friends, please stop. Go take your little hammer, smash it down, run around, pick up every sample you can find. Because when you get to the end and you dunk a whole thing of samples and then you finish an Expert one, you get a chest, you get 2 other weapons on either side, plus the bonus drop. I'm almost filling up my Postmaster just with like 1 run in there. Now, granted, if people aren't picking up the samples, you can probably miss out. But there's the there's like the white version, there's the green version, which is worth 25. There's the rare version, which is worth like 100 grams. And apparently I saw Tassie post one on the blue one is either like 200 or 400. The purple one, it's like the legendary version of one of those samples. That's just enough to deposit all by itself if you find one of those, if you're lucky. So you can get so much loot out of this thing. But actually it just felt good on Expert. The only problem right now is the normal difficulty, like the weekly challenge, run it X number of times to get your engrams. If you run it on Expert, right now it's bugged and it's not counting the normal. It's only counting the other one. So you can get your pinnacle by doing that, which I'm still working on pinnacles, but you can't get the other one. So it's 400. Okay, it is 400. It's worth like 2 of them.
Explain to me. I think I'm the guy messing things up because I noticed people are not advancing the thing. So that must
don't
be
run to the next thing. Don't start the next thing. Oh, you're the one to blame. I see how it is. You're like, oh, go to the node, start it. Cool. Oh, you guys were doing stuff.
Somebody starting the activity.
Oh, what do you guys? What do you guys? We're gonna just do this. Oh, you used a hammer charge, and I'm gonna waste it completely now. Oh, yep, that's me.
Yeah, that's definitely me. There must have been 2 groups of blueberries that were like furious at me. I was just starting it up.
So when you finish a zone, when you dunk like enough, like as you're filling up the bar, and when you finish up enough, don't go to the node. Just wander around. Once, if you have run Crucible or Vanguard, you have one of those hammer smashes. Try and find the little thing that you can smash and that makes all the little samples pop up. Go around and pick them all up, because then when you do that and you get to the end, that's why I said the legendary one is really rare. I've only seen Tassie post it on Twitter, but there's one worth 400 grams, and you need 200 for like a deposit. Each deposit is like enhancement cores, prisms, gear, something else.
Oh, I got to do. I'm wondering at the end of the mission, there's a little box. I'm like, what did everyone dump? I have nothing. I was like, what is people dump? You know how the mission's over, you go back to fail safe.
See, this is how bad I know you've been. If they pick up that stuff, they help you. That means you have been so fast to screw everybody over. No one in your groups have gotten enough samples to give you any of them. That's how quickly you've gone. You haven't just been lost. You're just beeline, next beeline, out.
In defense of me, the game did not tell me that I was supposed to go be a botanist during the mission.
That was going to be my point. Is like this activity is just poorly designed, and you cannot blame Cog for this.
I was
disaster.
having fun. Yes, I know.
Yeah, it's such a bad design. It just doesn't make any sense, and the fact that it's kind of set up as like matchmaking is the way to do it, but I mean you have to play with your friends, honestly.
Bro,
you have to.
So pissed with me. I kept advancing because I'm trying to like.
Somebody says failsafe did tell you, by the way, Cog.
Right.
In the mission? No.
I mean, I would have to go back and replay.
she tells you to collect samples, but that's very vague. I don't think anybody should be
No, it's
expected to know,
never.
like, oh yeah, in between encounters, don't head to the objective that they highlight for you. Walk
Yeah.
around and collect all this other garbage. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense.
It's not screaming at you or anything obvious, which is part of the problem. The other problem with something that is designed like this is early on,
Mhm.
the people that I ran into an expert might actually want to do that. Go around, pick up all the samples because they're in the
Right.
same mindset I am. We have an 18-week episode. If
Mm.
this thing is still around, or maybe it changes a little bit later, but at least for 6 weeks, couple weeks, like after, the first week or two, people are not going to want to do that. If they're just running it for the activities or maybe a pinnacle, you're going to get to a point where not everybody wants to in general. So the fact that
Mhm.
this is in a mission and is easily missable and skippable
Right.
by people who don't want to wait, that's the problem that Travis, I think, was
I'm
alluding
glad
to,
you
is the
told me.
fact that if you're just even if you weren't trying to be like, if you didn't know better and you're like, I'm just going to go to the node. What if you do know better and you just don't care? You can still screw
Mm.
over the other people.
As
That's a
people, yeah.
choice that's always a problem. If you, as somebody who just wants to go fast, can take away the benefit for other people, that's the problem. And that's why
Yeah.
I would much rather wander around, I don't know,
Yeah,
Nessus,
Mhm.
or just wander around
Or
Nessus.
put a 1-minute timer in between where it's
Yeah.
like hey,
Yeah.
this is a collection round, and the
Yeah,
event will start
something.
automatically after 1 minute. It's like, then that way you have
I
1
mean, they
minute
used to
run
do that
around and
with
collect
the
as much as you
boxes
can.
in what was the European aerial zone? Where you'd have like the minute to
Yes.
go collect them. Same thing.
Yes.
You can do that.
Yes.
Hey, here are all the nodes. Everybody go collect them, and you could make a
Mhm.
little collectathon. And maybe if you get so many, you get a little bonus as a group. Like put a little incentive in there, but as
So
something that's so easily missable or skippable by
Mhm.
people who may not know or just want to skip it, because somebody in my Discord literally said like, "Hey, do you want to not do this?" And they're like, "Screw you." They just said they weren't going to help, even if they knew better. That's
Oh,
the
wow.
other side of the coin where this design hurts both sides.
Got you. No,
So
fair enough. And again, what am I specific? Just plants, it's little things, the bus. Like, what am I looking for?
basically,
What
you're
are those?
looking for like, they look like planetary resources, but they're not like the Vex one on Nessus.
Right,
It
right.
looks like a pot with looks like a rainbow starfish or a little like diamond. They just like little
Okay.
things with pots, but if you get near them, I always have
You get a
Wombo
prompt.
detector on my ghost, like I
They
I'll put
always
a
they
do.
look
wombo
like
on.
the
Okay.
different, marshmallow shapes in Lucky Charms.
That is not a horrible
Just look
description, actually. That is
just look
pretty
just
good.
Is it good?
just look for Lucky Charms
Lucky
I'll
shapes
bring the ghost
Charms
by.
moving around,
Lucky
yeah.
Charms in pots. Just put
Yeah.
Wombo detector on and
I'll
leave
put
it there
wombo
when
on
you're
it.
doing that.
Okay.
That'll help a lot too, because as you're running
And
around,
I need mats, so I'm glad you told me. I would not have known this. I
uh,
would not have known.
yeah,
I was
that's
screwing it up for everybody.
But I mean, but you may get to a situation. I'll talk to you like next week, and you'll be like, "Well, now I know, and other people are screwing me." So this will be a fun thing to check on next week.
So I'm a botanist in
So
this.
that's
Okay.
not bad. You got a couple different bosses. Last week, I swear, all I fought was the Tormentor. Last week, that is the only
I
thing I
like
fought.
that boss. I like that
It's
fight.
like a dark room Tormentor. It's the lost
Yeah.
sector that I've been to countless times.
I
It's the
like that
one
fight.
right in the middle of the map. It's not bad. It's dark, so sometimes trying to actually like see where everything's at's a little bit. This
Mhm.
week I had, this is the first time this week. Yeah, the dude with the walls, moving the walls, the big Minotaur in the middle, get him halfway through. Got to take out the big Hydras. Walls are going most of the time. Couple snipers on expert. You got champions to deal with, so that'll kind of keep you a little busy. And then what was the final? I don't remember
The
the
one
last
with
big enemy.
the big kinda hydra in the air,
Yeah,
and then they
yeah, there
have
were
all
multiple
the
Hydras, I think, right?
multiple hydras in the
Yeah.
air. Yeah, and that one, that was kinda crazy.
Yeah. So there were,
Mhm.
so there's a few different bosses. I don't mind the activity. Um, it feels very much more like, hey, these are what strikes could be kind of thing. Like this is kind of a
Right.
strike. Go through, do this, travel to the next encounter, go through, do this. So it's a little more enemy intensive as you're just sitting there fighting enemies, building up the energy, dunking it, getting some buffs from failsafe. This week all I got was heavy ammo everywhere.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting all the relics and stuff or standing on
Mhm.
waterfalls or anything. It's a season for sure. It is a season. It is
Yeah,
a
season.
seasonal
It's the season
activity.
stuff. It's a seasonal activity
Yeah.
in the first form. Look, I'm here for the lore. I just wanna know where they're going with it in a world where the witness is not there, and I'm curious. I will say this, though, I do love failsafe being back.
Failsafe's great. Failsafe's
Failsafe's
fun. The
amazing.
writing, the humor. when she's like, "Oh, you're much smarter than the Cade unit they sent me last time." That one already got a chuckle out of me, and there's been a couple of others. I can't even remember.
I like her going beep.
Oh, that was so great! Beep, 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 beep.
She's amazing.
I was like,
I will say,
whoever's doing that's doing good.
Even among seasons which have been weak, this one so far is particularly weak. Like, as you know, because I don't remember them recently making me have to go to like a super old location and like run public events and patrols and lost sectors, and I was just like, yo, like.
That was part padding, of the NES quest. Yeah, the NES 002, the fragment
like,
or data
quest. The fact that I was running a lost sector and like completing bounties for her, I was just like, this is bottom of the barrel Destiny stuff. And it also, I think it hurts so much more when you come from the Pale Heart and then you go to go do. It's like, dude, you're in the Pale Heart doing like cooperative focus missions, and you're just like, oh my god, this is so cool. And then you go to Nessus, and they're like, get 30 void kills in a lost sector, and I'm like, bro, blow my brains out. Why am I doing this?
It's seasonal.
Yeah,
but that doesn't make it good.
Okay, so I want to ask chat. I want to see what you guys think. And I feel like we talked about this before. I was still under the impression we were going to get the acts as more of a chunk.
Yes.
And it's like, and again, I may have been expecting more than I should have been, but I also feel like they described it that way.
Yeah, I agree.
It's their fault.
Okay, so I was like, I feel like they described it that way and set up, and then when we got to the first week and says, wait till next week, I'm going.
They said more substantial, divided into 3 different acts with the meatier content. And it seems like so far it's like we're going to get a season that feels exactly like previous seasons, and then we're going to get a half season and then another half season later on. That's what it feels like we're headed toward. We're barreling toward right now. And so it seems like it's just a season stretched out 3 times as long with, you know, maybe more content. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
I keep waiting. I keep waiting for it to pick up or something to happen. But right now, I'm very much not impressed. I'm still going to do it just like I've done every season. But no.
I mean, I think someone in chat said it was. I mean, it's a little fair to say, you know, the Pale Heart is hot and heavy right now. Final shape. Everybody's still kind of getting their head wrapped around everything with the Pale Heart, the exotics, the missions, the co-op. There's a lot there. So not coming right out of the gate barreling with this, but it is the thing, hey, we're going to start this right away, which maybe they wanted to start it right away so they could get to the next act sooner. Now, somewhere I saw on Twitter, don't know if this is real or not, that like Act 3 is potentially going to have another exotic mission in it. We're going to get more weapons. That's kind of the other thing too. Right now, I have 2 Saint weapons that I can get. I can get Breachlight and the Scout Rifle. And anytime I'm getting any Saint weapon, it is those 2. Yeah, so I'm going to have like 100 rolls of those. And then when we get to Act 2.
This, right?
Yep,
they're targeting this on that. Yeah.
So yeah, there's that slowness, which is a little annoying because I can't even get a great roll and I still keep getting way too many of them. And then in turn, we're going to get like the next act. And then finally it's going to get to a point where I'm like, okay, now I can get some more loot, but I'm going to be a little tired of it by that point, I feel.
Right.
Now, Enigma Protocol, I finally got to the point literally today. So if you're doing Enigma Protocol, by the way, do the NES like 002, whatever the thing you're talking about with the bounties and the lost sectors and whatever you got to do. When you finish that one, you get 30 extra seconds in Enigma Protocol. That was the exact amount of time I needed because I finished that last night working on some pinnacles and stuff. I finally soloed Enigma Protocol, which is not an easy thing to do. That's the one thing we ran through together where you're finding all the nodes to extend the time and beat the bosses and run through that one.
I've done this. Where is it at? Where do you jump it off?
Have you done the seasonal stuff at all?
Yeah, I've done.
It's literally it's in the helm. It's like here's the breach
it's another
executable.
node.
Yeah, it's the other side of the node. So that's
I didn't see it. Okay.
I mean,
no, you have to unlock it. I think you're forgetting that part. I don't think it doesn't show up until you do like a little puzzle on Nessus. So you should have a mission.
You have to go find it. That's right.
Yeah. So you should have a mission in your quest log that says like, you know, failsafe has detected some like signs, go and like figure it out, and then
I think I do
land on the planet. You'll do a little thing, and then it'll unlock it. It's a super
Gotcha.
cool activity. I do not particularly recommend doing it match made, even though they offer that option, because it is time based and requires a little bit of like call outs and figuring stuff out. I think Ebontis and I did it our first
Yeah, we
clear
did. We
together,
did.
and we had a third person that was just a random, and that random got hard carried because I think I shot
Yeah.
like 19 icons and Ebontis shot 15, and then the other guy shot 1. So it was
Yeah.
like,
Exposing
yeah.
dudes. Why you gotta expose
Oh
the
no,
boy
dude,
like that?
he would. I'm sorry, he deserves to be exposed. He sucks. That guy. I mean, he was a hunter, so what are you gonna do?
Oh,
So
damn.
that's always the case.
Slander.
But yeah, classic hunter.
But
Anyway,
it is a challenge to do. So this week helps you get 30 more seconds to start. So when you get the timers with a group, it'll be more manageable. The fact that thank you, Javix.
Salute.
I've been trying to do this thing solo for like 2 days. Finally, literally got it done this morning, and I had 15 seconds left on the timer. Because I had to figure out where every one of the nodes are that you've got to shoot. I had to try and figure out some type of way to get most of it done quickly. It's one of those things where they give you a buff, but it's the mobility buff, and Travis and I both experienced this. I don't mind them giving me a buff, but your muscle memory in this game is so ingrained to how jumps feel when mobility is like way more than it's supposed to be. That is a weird thing to get used to, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I've got used to using it in a couple places, but I can tell you I still do not trust it. I don't know if I really like it. I'm working with it, but muscle memory after this many years is weird to change like that. It's kind of weird.
I figured out a way to do it as a Titan, which is like if you can just jump in the air and then make it like your strafe glide.
Just hover.
You're just like
that would
hovering
be
right
great.
across the plane. I just started doing that, and I was like, all right, I'm not dying anymore. Because same thing. We're like
on a hunter,
you jump and then dude. If you're on hunter, that is the hardest class to deal with that on, because you really have to like
first
time
one.
it.
The first one is big, and the other two are normal. So if I'm just going against these little, I'm almost skipping platforms, but I got to make sure it doesn't run out right when I go for the next one and think I'm committing. So it's weird. It's a cool mission though. I kind of like the mechanics of like you've got to charge up the orb, and then you've got the different things that you've got to collect. The boss moves around the big arena, and this week is corrupted. So you have a normal version last week, and this week is the corrupted version. I beat it this week with this boss. The other boss might teleport more. I'll have to see how it goes. But I've got at least, I know where every node is. I kind of know my progression running through it and everything. So I'm kind of getting to a point where that's a little bit better. It's a cool one. That one I appreciate because it is not brain dead like the other one. Like Breach Executable, you get to where you're just like grinding out enemies. This one, you got to be a little more on it. So yeah, if you need to figure out where it's at, it's not too hard. If you go to the Well of Echoes, you'll kind of fall into it. On Nessus, you'll eventually, because if you land on the cistern, there's this weird little glitchy thing, and if you stand in it, it'll give you weird text up there. Then if you go a little bit farther, you can get a decoder buff. So then you go back to there, and it's going to tell you a little message of where to go. There's a few of those on Nessus that will lead you to a certain location, and then eventually, when you wander around that location, which is the Well of Echoes, you'll kind of fall down and you'll find the entrance to it. So that's how you can at least start it. But yeah, it's actually that one I like more just because it's a bit more active, a little more fun. Kind of got to be on it, got to know where the nodes are.
So we got a cool activity in the seasonal.
It's a little better
thing.
Yeah, I was looking at the website. So for Act 1, we've got the new stories, the new activities, the new rewards. With the goofy, you got a big set of like wings on your helmet now too, don't you?
That's crazy. Yeah. It look wild.
So you got Cenotaph going this way.
Cenotaph this way, and then
you got this one. What I'm picturing now is like Beetlejuice, where, what is the actor's name? Because it's Gina Davis and who is the other actor in Beetlejuice? Alec Baldwin. When they like stretch the nose out and they put like the two eyes right there, I'm actually kind of excited for the second Beetlejuice. I hope it can be good. Yeah, you got some weird armor, but when you click on Act 2, it'll say still to come new activities, new rewards, and then Solstice in August 6th. And then Act 3 is like August 27th, which is so far away, by the way, and we're still going. New activities, new exotic weapon. Like we get a new exotic weapon in this episode later on, and then new rewards as well. So we've got.
I believe Red Death's Catalyst is in Act 2.
Act 2, yeah, it's level 45. Now,
Hmm.
when you get to
145.
145, yeah. Well, level, yes. I hit 100. You can't go above 100 until you get to Act 2. So all the work that I do right now is just this occasional thing, but I can't like put in the work early to unlock the season pass. I got to come back for Act 2 and then I got to play 45 more levels of it for Act 2.
But do
And
they still give you rewards for leveling up past 100, or you
I
just can't
think
level up at
you're
all?
every certain amount of experience or something you get, you're going to get what are they, the cosmetic engrams?
Yeah,
So I
that's what
think
I
you still
thought.
get those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that they had like a solution for people who hit the wall and then still wanted to be able to earn stuff. So I think that's cool. I think the season pass being time gated, or what do we call it? The episode pass? It's still called the season
Yeah,
game.
Yeah.
sure.
Season pass.
One of those.
I still think that the season pass being time gated isn't that big of a deal, but acts being time gated, it's actually worse than it was before because they put time gates on their time gates, right? Like before it was just weekly time gates, and now it's like act time gates with week time gates in between those time gates. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Time gate squared.
Yeah.
Russian time gating doll.
Yo, man, I heard you liked your time gates, so I put time gates on your time gates.
Straight up.
It's
Mhm.
so I know they want to kind of keep the live service engagement going, but I feel like after 18 weeks,
Mhm.
the stretching of it is going to feel worse as opposed to the chunk. We're like, hey, there's a big chunk of content. Everybody comes back versus like every week you got to log in to do this thing. If they have 18 weeks of like, how much story do you think is going to be here? Is it like 3 weeks and then we wait till the end? Do you think there's 18 different weeks? I'm kind of wondering because I think the quest is probably going to finish next week, maybe.
Right.
Because it's like 16 of 25, I think, right now.
Yeah.
Maybe it finishes next week.
Maybe the 25 will just be the first act though.
Yeah. But then do we have 3 weeks of story and then 3 weeks of nothing and then 3 weeks of story and then 3 weeks of nothing and then 3 weeks of story and 3 weeks of nothing? So then you go back to where you have 9 weeks of story, but now it's just spread farther than it used to
Right.
be.
Fall apart. Yeah. We
I
gotta see
think
it.
they'll find a way to make us do the ritual activity all 6 weeks of each act.
Let's see. I mean, I'm curious to see how they tell the narrative. That's my thing
Yeah.
because the
Do you
problem
know
is,
anything right now besides there's something happened on Nessus?
yeah, I don't know yet. Yeah, I don't know what's going on
Dude,
just
to
yet.
you,
No, that's what I'm asking. Like, do you
Yeah.
actually know what's going on? Because
Yeah,
I
the way
truly
they
don't.
explain it is obviously, when it's
I have a
gone and then
theory, but it's based on innuendo, and it's like the same stuff you guys like. I think I know who's in the image, right?
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go for
No,
it. Let's do that. We ain't gonna do that.
nah, nah. I
Keeping
mean,
it close to vest.
I'm keeping it close to the vest,
All
but
right,
yeah,
fair
I
enough.
think I'm hopeful that this will turn around, but they have not put their best foot forward. I think releasing the entire act, first act, probably would have been a little bit better. I think sticking so close to the formula of what seasons is really their biggest problem because it just feels so old right when you start playing it. You're like, ugh, just like very unpalatable.
Mhm.
And so I just think this is a learning process for them. I hope that
Yeah.
they take this and kind of develop it a little bit more. But yeah, and then having the match made activity that they have you do every week, and then on top of that, adding additional quests that make you walk around Nessus and do crap we already did way too much 4 years ago. It's wild, man. Like it's way too much stuff. So I hope that they use this as an opportunity to refine and get some feedback on how they should do future episodes because this ain't it for sure.
It feels like when they described the 3, the big weight's on the 3rd one because that's got the Dreadnought, New Destination. I feel like the other 2 are going to be leading a little lighter leading up to like the big season, which I'm okay with that one being big, but we were promised like meteor big seasons or big episodes for each of these. I'm with you, Travis. I hope this is a little bit of learning. I hope they can take some quick feedback, see if they can make 2 a little bit better. Something. I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
It's an early start, but yeah, the first foot forward is not the best right now for me either.
Yeah, like I said, it's failed formulaic and stuff like that. And again, just for clarification, Act 2 is the Vexy? I mean, the Highway stuff, or this
No,
is
no,
still
no.
part
Act
of the one
2, Act
episode?
1, Act 2, Act 3 of this Vex episode.
Oh wow, it's a stretchy.
Yeah, that's
stretchy
exactly it. It
out.
feels
Yeah,
very stretched. And so like
yeah,
Act 2 is going to hit after 6 weeks, and then they're going to be like, all right, here's the second part of the seasonal story, and
right.
each of those presumably are going to be time gated for in between a week as well. And
In
so
between, yeah.
it really is like the most time gated thing possible.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Act 2 is July 16th, so you got about a month. And then Act 3 is August 27th. Then you take
Right.
another 6 weeks from that. 1, 2, 5. Like October is when we will start episode 2.
Ooh, gotcha. Yeah, to me the issue is the expansion showed how great, when they have time and how you can really fit
Yeah.
all these cinematic and dope narrative beats, and then obviously these super dope mechanics that are almost mini raid like in some respect. And then when you go to this, you're like, oh yeah, it's that other stuff we used to do. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. So you do see that drop off. So for me, what I care to move the story forward is I want to see how they handle that, because so far this is just the formulaic stuff that we're used to with a season, and I'm not seeing much of a differentiator from a past season other than
Right.
it's time.
No, I mean,
and you got some
I
other
logged
things
in
there.
and looked for a few things and did some activities. And I'm like, I know nothing more this week than I did last week.
That's my.
I don't think I know
why.
anything else right
Yeah,
now.
it's
You're
like, okay,
collecting plants for who knows why. It's so
yeah.
that she can analyze it or
Piece of
whatever.
the traveler
Just
went down
analyzing
there and
samples and yep.
it metamorphosized. The Vex is acting weird. Now this is, we'll see where it goes. But yeah, so far it's not the strongest just yet. It
Titillate
stands
me,
out.
Bungie.
Yeah, after
Titillate
Pale
me.
Heart and
If you're
Final
if you're
Shape.
gonna have a mystery, titillate me a little bit. Give me clues here and there. I need.
Yeah,
what's wrong?
we need a little bit. We need a little more right
Yeah,
now
word, bro.
because right now
Yeah.
it's just log in, do some stuff on Nessus, log out. What happened this week? I don't even know if I read the right book this week. I don't know it's not like, we
I'm
get a
here for
page
Saint 14.
we get a page in the mail. Yeah,
Yeah.
Saint 14, Osiris,
I'm
and
here for Saint
Failsafe.
14 and
That's
jokes and
that's
Failsafe.
what's like holding it over. But what am I doing?
Yeah.
I don't know if I picked up the right textbook this week because I could have gone to the wrong class. I feel
Yep.
a little lost. I just know the activities are there. It's very strange.
Yep, doing that. Get my pinnacles. That's what I'm doing.
I know Vex is all weird and Borg-like and hive mind and all this crap, but I'm like, they have one figure in the picture. I'm like, you need to start introducing these
Yeah.
things for me to care about them, because if we
Agree.
wait till, the end part of Act 2, it's going to be a little too late.
Act 2, it heats up in the sense that they know the player base. The majority of, let's be honest, we're the hardcore. The majority are still knee
I
deep in the
know.
Pale Heart, knee deep with the main story. They are not as fast as the majority of us. So the hope is Act 2, we get that. The titillation, right? This is where they're going. Okay. Because right now, it's just like, it's generic nonsense. And we're like, okay, generic Bungie nonsense, Valerian, Radiolarian fruit, big terms not meaning anything.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, whatever.
Played a little Starfield with Valerian. What is Valerian from? What was that slip?
That is. It is Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones,
Game of
like Valerian
Thrones.
Steel and all
That's
that.
it. Okay.
Valeria is
Valerian
Westeros.
Steel. Valerian
Westeros,
Steel.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I know I've heard that. I have not watched House of the Dragons yet. I don't know if it's.
I watched it.
Is it good?
My
Is
man's
it
in
worth
there.
it?
It's good.
I know. I want to see.
I want to see. Yeah,
Abubakar Salim. Yeah.
I would describe it as oops all. The part of Game of Thrones, the threads that were just like palace, kind of politicking.
Yeah.
It's like Game of Thrones. Oops all politics.
Oops, all red.
Mm.
What's the Red Keep? Is that the castle where?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like King Joffrey and all of them were like that was all the Red Keep, right?
King's Landing and all that
King's
stuff.
Landing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all King's Landing. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Been a minute since I've watched that show.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah. So Enigma Protocol, fun little
Mhm.
mission, and if you do, if you run through that, you can get drops at each of the chests. So if you run through it, it's like 20 minutes, but you get 2 chests and decent drops in there. Like I am so good on prisms and I go to keep messing with my enhancement cores, and every time I look at that number, it's way more than it was before. So whatever I've been doing, I have more enhancement cores than I know what to do with, and they just keep going up already. So it's weird.
Teach me your ways.
And
I'm burning
then
them. I already went through a stack this season.
you went through 1,000?
Yeah,
I came in with like 2,500. I'm at 2,600 for
I
everything that
think
I've been
it's
using.
because I have no patience for using shitty crafted weapons.
Oh,
and
so
so
I haven't got any frames yet, so that's why.
Damn.
Oh,
No, I'm like
you
3 or
broke.
4. I'm edging all of them. I'm
You don't got any,
almost there, and then
transponders?
do what?
What did you describe it as?
I'm
What you got?
edging. I'm having fun here. Come on, I'm edging. Yeah. That's what. No, come on. Salvation's Edge. That was all over Twitter for like 3 days. Be like, oh, well, they've been edging for like 30 hours. Be like, man, you guys got to be tired.
Yes, bro.
That was the jokes with Salvation's Edge that I saw on Twitter for about a day and a half. So
hilarious.
that was no. I think I'm truly like 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5 on most of the frames. I've got this perfect even spread where I have none of them crafted right now.
None of them crafted, but you got the most.
Very, very useless. Cyber crickets, little gritting teeth there. The one time, Travis says stuff all the time. The one time I say stuff, you guys are like, whoa.
Yeah, because when I say it, I mean to say it. That was like a phrasing situation. You're talking about how you had a full spread while you were edging. It's crazy, dude. I don't know how to deal with you.
You just made it worse, but it's somehow less bad.
Wow.
You made it worse. You said it worse than I said it, but it came off better somehow. That's why I'm not in comedy.
Back to last work or after dark already early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sun's getting real low.
Sun's getting low, big guy.
Already. So what load are you using? What weapons are you using since you ain't got nothing?
I mean, I've been playing Enigma Protocol for 2 days, so it's my
what you rocking?
Stasis machine gun, just because it's still balancing out Transcendence. I've got Red Death.
Which one? What's Stasis machine gun?
It's Chain of Command. It's like that old one from a pursuit weapon.
Ritual weapon? Oh, wow.
Well, it's letting me get my grenade back a lot faster because it's Demolitionist and Adrenaline Junkie. So I'm sitting there mowing down a bunch of ads. The damage stacks pretty well. And then I'm chunking grenades pretty frequently. So that, Red Death, and then Supremacy, enhanced kinetic trimmers, enhanced rewind around, so I can fire that thing damn near unstoppably until I'm out of ammo. So I mean, it's what I've been working on. Yeah, Red Death.
What's your spiciest class items you guys gotten, by the way? The class items.
I'm curious. I want to hear y'all's. I love mine.
Got anything? No, I got that one. I think I sent you that was pretty good.
D. So I did dual destiny with D because Cog didn't go with me because he doesn't like me on a molecular level.
Yeah.
And I got a. She got the like perfect Titan roll for her warlock. Like she has like syntheseps and then something else, which is actually kind of great for her because she's a warlock who plays like a Titan. Like she melees a bunch of stuff.
Nice.
Respect. So it's pretty funny. But yeah, the one I got I've been stoked about is Spirit of Inmost Light and Spirit of Armamentarium.
Wait, so what does Spirit what does it give you from Armamentarium? Because I'm assuming it doesn't give you the full.
Armamentarium gives you a second grenade, so that is kind of the full perk. Yeah. And then Inmost Light, when you use one ability, it empowers the other 2 abilities and makes you get them back faster. So I get my abilities back constantly.
Yeah, because you got 2 grenades to throw. They're both charging.
I throw a grenade. I do a melee. I throw a grenade. I do a melee. I throw a grenade. Do melee. Like literally. I can just throw grenades, and then when I finally run out, I just transcend, and then I get grenades and melee like crazy, and so yeah, it's pretty good. And then if you combine that with the class ability, I've got my class ability pretty well maximized as well. So
I think probably my best one is Spirit of Inmost Light, and then when you use your grenade, you get Woven Mail. So I can get my abilities back quicker, but as I use my grenade, I get Woven Mail for defense. So it's kind of more of that stale. I haven't got a lot of those. I need to farm that more. I've done a decent amount of Pale Heart, but I think I've only got maybe 2 from the chests, and I haven't like maxed out Overthrow, but I've done a decent amount. I just have not had a lot of drops.
I did the like grinding for Kostov after I got the dual destiny weapon, and I got 4 drops that way.
Damn.
So it's honestly not that bad. I know people were complaining about the grinding time, but
warlocks can't get Spirit of the Armamentarium.
Yeah, I would say I was getting like 1 drop an hour like once an hour, I'd open up
The chest.
an overthrow chest, and I would just get
Yep.
one. So I have 6, dude. I got
No.
2 from doing it twice, the activity twice, and then 4 from just opening chests. So
Nice.
See, I
Did y'all
think
know about?
I
Yeah.
have 5. Like somehow, yeah. You
By the
dropped some down a
way,
little better than me.
Mhm.
Yep.
remember how I told you I found all of the bits for Kostov,
Yeah.
like by myself?
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that there was an exotic version of Kostov until this week. So when I got Kostov, I was like, "Oh, I got the legendary version." I did the activity, and then I was playing with somebody, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm using Kostov," and I was like, "What? Why would you use that one? It's not that good." And then I went and I looked at it, and I was like, "There's an exotic version. What am I missing? Why didn't I get an exotic version?" And then I can't remember what the second part was. Oh, you beat all the overthrow people or something like that.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
the
have to beat all
additional.
the bosses. Well, no, those are the moats. There's 4 different things. You got to beat all the bosses, find all the debris and the cysts, find all the regional chests, and then something else. So yeah, I think you
Mm.
I think
found.
the bosses was the final part because I
Yeah.
found all of the regional chests, and then I found all the ones that were like in hidden
the
and the cysts
cysts,
and
yeah.
Yeah,
stuff.
the cysts and
And then
stuff.
I opened the
Travelers.
chest. I opened the
Mhm.
chest and I was like, "Cool, I've got Kostov."
Yep.
And then this week I was like, "Apparently I don't have
Mm.
the right version." So then I went and I killed everything.
Yeah,
But
the travel. Did you
yeah,
already do the travel orbs too?
yes, I did the
Okay.
traveler
Yeah.
orbs. I think I found those organically. They're kind of easy to find.
Most are not too bad. There's 1 or 2 that are out of the way.
Mhm.
I had
Yeah.
like gone around and spotted a lot of them and taken pictures. There were a couple that were
Really, the only stuff I haven't found all of them for is the boxes you have to shoot, which I think those are fun, but you can't do them all. I feel like there's a weekly rotator hidden
Oh,
somewhere.
really? Oh, see, I haven't actually looked on what
Yeah,
is and
because
isn't
you have
available.
you'll find certain ones and there will be no way to shoot them. And then I noticed this week after reset that some of the ones that I couldn't shoot last week suddenly became available. So I think it's
Mm.
like Dreaming City where there's like
Oh, like a
rotating,
rotation.
yeah, where there's certain ones on certain weeks that you can get.
That's
So that one's been
weird.
interesting. And then also I haven't gotten all the feathers. I haven't really been looking,
There's a
but
lot of feathers. I haven't got all those
there's
either.
a
I don't
bunch of them.
know if they do that much though. I think it's mostly
They really
triumphs.
don't. I
Yeah,
probably
they
won't
don't.
get all those, but I am interested in the shapes one because
Oh, you
the
Shapes
shapes
are
are kind of
cool.
fun.
Yeah, they're cool.
shapes are
Yeah.
fun. Yeah. You guys don't get Spirit of Necrotic. Ooh,
No.
bro, that's so good. It is so good.
Yeah,
Keep
there are
watching it.
some class specific ones, but then there's some like universal
don't-
mixing options.
I don't miss it. I've got
Mhm.
unlimited grenades in melee. I'm
Yeah, you
Feathers,
guys. Yeah,
capitals.
that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Okay. There's some interesting combination. Yeah, you could get really crazy. What I liked is about Prismatic and what they've done is one, they've actually made me value kinetic weapons for the first time in a long time. 2, they made me value. Let's be honest, no one was paying that class item no mind for
No, you get 1 and you're
years.
done. Yeah.
Yep. We like you got your artifice one, and that's it. And you're good to go. Bro, the CB like stack, the different ones. Now you get 2 or 3 of these exotic class items and then the random rolls. They've done a good job with that. They did a good job with the sword. Like I thought that was a unique thing. Just trying to mix up. You got, wave frame version of it, the ergo something.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
all
yeah.
they're playing around in different things. I think that's cool. But yeah, some of these builds are busted. So I think they're gonna let us rock for this one season or so. But I think they're gonna tone us down because some of the combinations are crazy, bro. The
I'm
things you
sure
can come
they're
up with
waiting to
class
see what kind of filters its way up to the top from all the
There
crazy
may be
builds.
Mhm.
there may be some content in the Fire Team chat episode this week that talks
Ooh,
about that.
we talked about that. Okay.
We talked about balancing. We also got a pretty interesting quote from him that I will tease now, which is
Let's go.
he mentioned that the team is talking an awful lot about Titans these days.
Oh, really? Oh, really? I wonder what context y'all talking about Titans. Interesting.
Well,
What
I mean,
I'll
I
have to
think
watch
if you've seen people post on Reddit recently about
raid
Titans'
stats?
current positioning in the world.
Oh, I heard Hunt is running the world, baby, right now. That's what I'm
Well,
hearing.
not just raid stats, but like a couple people recently have posted online just like really long manifestos about Titan's current philosophical place in the world, where like they're supposed to be the punchy class, and now hunters are better at punching in the current meta. Like the hunters are the melee class right now, which is wild. So
And then they got that
yeah.
golden gun, the celestial with the
They're also the DPS class.
they're the DPS kings.
I would argue warlocks are like really good at survivability, and they're
Yes.
also kind of the de facto support class right now.
Yes.
Which Titans were supposed to be the controlling battlefield support support type, and they're not anymore. And so
Yeah.
Oh, the
Titans
Hunter's
are
gonna
just
do it. Oh,
Titans are just
the
in a weird
Hunter's gonna
spot
get
where
upset.
they just don't have. I mean, Titans are great. I think that's the thing is I don't really miss like Titans are stronger than they've ever been. So when you tell me that Hunters and Warlocks are great, I'm like, that's fine. But Titans also feel good. You know what I mean? We're
Yeah, they
all
feel good.
stronger than we've ever been, so it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter to me. I don't miss it, right? It's not
Right.
like they nerfed Titans, except for my Antaeus wards. I don't think I'll ever forgive them for that. That was such a
That was
unnecessary.
your joint.
It
Yeah,
was
that
it
was.
was such an unnecessary nerf. It was like nobody was really going crazy with it. But anyway,
Oh, you eating with that exotic, the missile joint. That come on, y'all eating that the exotic class.
oh yeah,
item.
They
yeah,
Bro,
no,
literally
it's
nerfed
great.
that already.
Wait, they nerfed it?
Well, they nerfed the two-tailed fox combination that was
Right, but
broken.
you can use
Oh,
it
no,
with the pocket
Yeah, yeah.
rockets.
Exactly. No,
Oh,
that's my
crazy.
point. Is I think Titans are crushing it right now, and so the fact that they are weaker doesn't bother me. But I think the point that people are making about Titans that I think
What they
is
making?
valid is that Titans don't really have identity right now in the game of
Mm,
like the thing that Titan like, oh, I want to be a Titan because I like playing this way. Because right now you can argue that if you want to punch things, you should play as a hunter, right?
Mm.
You just cut out.
If you want to go,
Exactly.
We heard if
if
you
you
want to
wanna do
punch things, you want to play a Titan, you want to play a hunter, and then we lost it.
yeah.
Mhm.
If you want to punch things, you play as a hunter. If you want to do DPS, you play as a hunter. If you want to go invis, you play as a hunter. If you want to do support or survivability, you play as a warlock. And Titans, you just play as if you like the way Titans look. I don't know. There's not really a great
Yeah.
like super. I think the point of like Titans having an identity in the game that makes sense and makes them feel unique in a way that separates them from the other classes, I think is important for just the game in general, separate of the fact that I like playing as a Titan and I don't have a problem with the way that they work right now. But I think there is a larger like problem
Identity?
there.
Identity thing is what you think.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, you go from whether you throw a Nova Bomb or like Warlocks, you're playing support, Hunters, Celestial, Golden Gun, still Hunt. I mean, our one big one-off super for especially like the Witness fight, for example,
Yeah.
is Thunder Crash, and you can't even do that to him. So it's like you could try and throw the axes, but then you can't pick them up and use them.
Mhm.
And again, you guys
Are you
still have
feeling down?
Nova Bomb. I'm not even playing Titan right now, but it's just like it's
Oh.
it's because of we all know this. Fix your face.
No, I like to hear when y'all
fix your face. I'm
say
gonna
y'all
turn that
going
on
through
you.
it. It's just funny to me when Titans tell me they're going through it. I just want to hear the struggle. I want to hear it.
To be fair, Cog, I don't think I'm certainly not saying that. I'm saying Titans
True.
feel great to play as. I'm
This
just
is me
saying
and
that
E. This is a long battle. This is not you.
Oh,
This is
that's
a
why I was
long
telling him
battle
to
for
fix
you.
his face because he just
Yeah.
loves poking and
Yeah.
prodding.
I just want to hear what he's going through. I want to hear what my boy's going through. Right? Tell us.
he's not playing as a Titan. He's not going through shit. He's playing as a hunter, and life is great right now for him. So
I'm just like, I'm more thinking about the idea of supers as always Titan. We're like, hey, we want a ranged super, but then we get like a ranged super that has like one. Do you throw 1, 2, 3, or do you throw it all
you
at
throw
once?
three of them. They're good. You throw them 1, 2, 3.
No, but I'm just saying the axes are very cool. I use them with.
Ebontis doesn't even know what it's like yet, but yes, the axes are sick, and I've not changed from them since I unlocked them.
I was like, the axes are cool.
They're ranged. You get to do 3 super heavy attacks, and then it also adds a support element to the battlefield. Where, like I was telling you guys last week, for boss DPS, I threw 3 axes, and then we all grabbed axes when we were low on power ammo, and we used them to DPS the boss, and it worked amazing.
Yeah.
So I think Titans feel really good right now, maybe better than they have in the past. I mean, there was that period of time where we were basically immortal during the Solar 3.0 season. But but aside from that, I think this
that's
is
been
some
like
of the
7
best.
years, man. Let it go.
Yeah.
He's like, Sunspots, yes.
Errors.
7
you
years.
guys have errors of like dominance, right? Remember when Sunbreaker Titan also debuted?
Yes.
How many guys had errors?
Yeah, you've had plenty.
Yeah. I mean, everybody has eras. I'm not saying I'm saying Titans feel great right now, and I'm saying so do Hunters and Warlocks. I'm just saying I think there's an identity problem that needs to be addressed.
We got your point. I just want to get back to Ian what he feeling with.
He's not playing as a Titan. Ask him Hunter questions.
Yeah, I was like,
he literally hasn't even used the Titan Super. It sounds like
I literally have only been playing Hunter. I told everybody I was going to do that. I have not, outside of turning in bounties. That is all I have done. That's it. So I was like, I've been holding true to my word. Yeah, I will say the new Hunter
Hunter
Super.
Naruto super crazy for PvP especially, dude.
For
I see
PvP, I bet
people,
that's really good. For PvE, it's awful.
dude, in Gambit, dude. Oh my god.
You even say
People
that sentence.
people invade and Naruto across the map, teleporting, and just they'll wipe your whole team, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I haven't seen that joint yet. Yeah, I gotta jump in there.
Because you throw the knife, throw the knife, throw the knife.
Yeah, literally, it like he threw the knife, he killed one of our teammates, and then he threw the knife across the map, killed another one.
How
threw
far
a knife,
could he
killed
throw
another
it?
one.
Like a Gambit
I
arena?
mean, I think he was. I died first, so I was the first guy who got killed right when he came through the teleporter. I was like machine gunning him, and then he just got me. So I saw his outline teleporting around, and I think he was teleporting twice in between each kill.
Yeah.
But he was able to do it enough times to kill the entire team.
See, in
He like
PvE, I can
killed
only
me,
get
teleported
3.
twice, killed another person. I was just like,
Yeah.
God damn.
It's
I don't know. It might be a thing where it gets extended if you get kills. I
yeah,
don't know.
maybe. But yeah, just for PvE, it's not a
Mhm.
PvE super, so it's
Gotcha.
fine. They have enough cool supers anyway. Like you got Golden Gun, you got Tether, you got enough PvE options there, so I'm typically fine. But yeah,
Mhm.
biggest thing for me, I guess I just got to
Yeah.
see what episodes do.
Yep.
But yeah, Final Shape, if you are on the fence, it's so worth it. I mean, that's what we're saying. Like the episode's fine. Final Shape is worth your experience. Please, if you've been curious about it, if you have any questions, very, very, very fun.
So well done. So well done.
Anything else for you guys? Anything on your horizon? Any big features coming up? Any little things happening?
Yeah, I can talk about a few things.
Let's talk about it.
I'm reviewing The First Descendant.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm actually working on trying to cover that too.
Oh, do you want a code?
I mean, yeah, if you got one, we'll talk after.
I've got codes right now on Steam. So I need a crew for that so if you know a third, we can put together a crew if you want. I'm doing First Descendant, so I'm going to be playing that starting today. I just got a code this morning. Nice. I'm also doing IGN's 2024 re-review of Sea of Thieves.
Nice.
I got hooked up with your guy Ben Smith.
You got him. Ben is awesome. Yeah. He's awesome.
He and I are gonna play tonight. And then I put some time in just catching up on the Tall Tales and kind of figuring out what the game looks and feels like in 2024. I haven't played it, I think, since 2019. It's been kind of a while, or maybe 2020. Whenever they added Pirates of the Caribbean, that was fun. And then I'm also doing IGN's cover story for August. So I'm going to start working on that in July, but it's going to involve travel, and I'm doing the IGN first that month. So
I'm excited for that.
It's going to be cool. Yeah, I'm doing IGN first the month I get married. So it's going to be a very fun balancing act. But yeah, it's cool.
Nice. Yeah, nothing too crazy. We actually get a chance to take a break. No more travel. You get to play games and
you get
catch
to sit
up
down for a little while. Yeah, sit down, talk on podcasts, play video games.
Yeah, I actually missed home for a bit. I was just like, it was just so much damn travel. I was just like, it's getting to be a little bit, but yeah, I get to catch up, man, and play some Destiny and all these games that's coming out, and yeah, I'm excited to just relax for a bit, so enjoy some, and then and another month or so, I'll be seeing someone in the Bay Area, very soon, so prepping for that.
Yeah, same thing. Watching Once Human and First Descendant both. That's kind of early July. I mean, Shadow of the Erd Tree is tomorrow, so if you're worried about spoilers, feel free to start avoiding things. If you want to see what people, smash their head against for a while, heard the final boss is going to be a rough one from a couple reviews. Should be a fun game whenever I get to that. I know many people will be jumping in. I wish I could, but that's like stream in variety, and I got family and Destiny and other things to cover right now, so a little on the busy side. But outside of that, it's good to be busy. Thank you guys for all coming to check out the content and streams and all of the fun that's going on there. But yeah, kind of busy weekend, but that's what we will kind of be looking forward to for the next couple weeks. Maybe next week we get a cool update in the episode. We'll see.
Hope so. Yeah, we need some intrigue.
I have a feeling that the titillation, I think, is going to happen at the end of Act 1. That's my theory.
That's the thing. I think so too. Oh, and shout out to y'all. Y'all were right when I finally got the campaign. I was worried about. I was like, damn, I got like a little taste of Savathun interaction. Oh boy, did I get more? That was amazing. Like her
Do you
themes
agree?
throughout.
Do you agree it was the best exotic mission?
Yes, that was fantastic. That was fantastic, man. Really, the light and dark. The trading off. There's the jump puzzle part and just the constant coordination. The clock thing and the symbol. That part was cool.
And the lore? Did you
The
get the lore
lore was
stuff? The lore is
amazing.
insane for
Yeah,
that.
and then I like her, even the way she starts. She's like, they're playing their little game. Let's kind of break the wheel, so to speak, as far as the Light and Dark saga. I actually love it. And I shout out to the voice actress that plays Morrisov, though. Like the back and forth with those two, they like
Oh, they're
very
always fun to
catty.
listen to.
They
Yeah.
are
Oh,
so fun to
I am
listen to.
so on Savathun's side, dude.
Me too.
Marsop sucks, dude. She sucks. I just
She
need
be
her to get.
checking her. Did you
Dude.
catch the Savathun checking Kaido?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Like, she is like so world class. Was it Deborah Green? Is her name? The sister? What's her name? I forget her name. For Salvatore voice. When she just controls the narrative whenever she's not on screen, but whenever that you hear her voice and it's her time, her character's time to talk. Sabathun is still one of the more compelling characters in Destiny, and I just love to see where it goes. And I love that Hive Guardians are back in a lot of the content. I'm like, oh yeah, we got to do this. We got to, hurry up, crush that damn ghost. Like it just brings certain things back that I remember from Witch Queen. So it's good to see that my fears of her having a minimal role in Final Shape, they saving her more of the post content and towards it. A+. Yeah, I definitely was happy that I got. You guys were right about that. I got a chance to hear
Very
that
cool.
If something's on the final shape, it's generally like 2 thumbs up for me. There's not much on there that I'm not a fan of.
Absolutely fantastic stuff.
Also, we got confirmation the Dread are going to be used for years to come in the interview with Bomb.
Nice. I'll be listening to that one tomorrow. Got to see
dropping
all these
some nuggets. Dropping some nuggets. Yeah, I think
go listen to Fire Team chat episode. What are you guys on? 304, 305? I don't even know now. Losing track.
Yeah. We should be pretty far. Maybe 307.
Somebody's like Elden Ring DLC. That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. Nobody will be listening to me because we got Elden Ring. Dude, I really want to play that, but I'm in the middle of 2 reviews.
I know.
Man, I don't know when
are you doing it? This is your joint, Elden Ring. What's up?
No, I mean I streamed the other one for 100+ hours and probably played for longer, but I'm not playing it tomorrow. I'll get to it
I've got my
I've got my
save file up to the boss, right? The boss you have to beat.
Yeah, you have to beat Radon, I guess for like a world-changing event is what somebody guessed, but you have to beat Moog because you literally enter through that area. I beat just about everything in it, so it's sitting there, but I don't even know where
you didn't start a New Game Plus or anything because I was wondering if I did start the New Game Plus and maybe screwed myself over out of I'm gonna have to play like the whole game again to get back to where I was, but I don't think I did.
You might have if you did a New Game Plus, you might need to because you have to get.
I don't think I did do a New Game Plus. I think I was still walking around finding stuff, so I'm gonna check maybe tomorrow.
I don't remember if I like rolled credits because I mean I fought the Elden Beast. I don't know if I went back and explored if it was just like Elden Beast and ended the string and hung up the controller, and I don't even know where I'm at status. So I beat most everything in the game that I could find.
If you killed the Elden Beast, you definitely got credits because it's not credits when you hit the replay button.
Yeah,
it's when you kill the Elden Beast. So,
well,
what ending did you get in that game?
I think chat kind of helped guide me do a couple of things. I remember.
Did you get the Moon Lady? That's the one I did.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I did the Moon Lady.
Rami, what is her name?
Ramen.
Not ramen.
I think it's spicy
Ramia,
ramen. Is her name?
It's like Rami, something like that. But yeah, the hat and the kind of double face and yeah. I mean, Elden Ring was Ronnie. That's who.
Ronnie. Yeah, got it.
Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Well, for this episode, it's been a blast. I got family coming in down here in probably like 15 minutes, so we're gonna wrap this thing up. Gentlemen, thank you. We will be back next week to probably the normal evening time, I would assume, unless something weird happens. But other than that, I think we already kind of did our outros anyway. So for this episode, number 300, thank you everybody for being here for 300. And from this seat and from the seats on the other 2 sides of the country, on the West, East Coast, and middle of the United States, 3 49er fans managed to make it to 300. Thanks, guys. Maybe it'll be our year. Cross your fingers, but you never know.
That's right, damn it.
Have a good one, everybody. For this episode, it's been
The Last Word.
Last Word.
That's word.